Chapter 2, Filing of Applications and Examination on Filing. Welcome to your Euro Patent Brief Journey, with Baris. You're doing great, as we continue our journey through the intricacies of European patent law. In this session, we'll delve into application numbering systems, and explore who is entitled to file an application. These details might seem dry, but they're crucial for ensuring that your application is handled correctly and efficiently. Let's dive in, step by step, and take the time to understand these processes thoroughly. Section 1.7, Application Numbering Systems. The importance of numbering. Every European patent application is assigned a unique application number. This number isn't just a formality, it plays a crucial role in tracking and managing your application throughout its life cycle. Let's break down how these numbers work. 1. Applications filed before January 1, 2002. Structure. These application numbers consist of 9 digits. The first 2 digits. These represent the filing year. The third digit, or digits. This indicates the place of filing. For example, international applications under the Patent Cooperation Treaty that designate Euro-PCT applications use the digit 7, 8, or 9. The last digit. This is a check digit used for verification purposes. The remaining digits. These are used to consecutively number the applications as they arrive. Pause for a moment. Can you see why this numbering system is critical? It helps ensure that every application is uniquely identified and can be easily tracked, no matter where or when it was filed. 2. Applications filed on or after January 1, 2002. Structure. These application numbers also consist of 9 digits. First 2 digits. Again, these represent the filing year. Last digit. This remains the check digit. Middle 6 digits. These 6 digits are used to number applications in the order they arrive. However, these numbers are specific to the place of filing, and may be subdivided into ranges that distinguish between online and paper filings. Special case. For Euro-PCT applications, the third digit remains 7, 8, or 9, just like the pre-2002 system, but it does not reflect the place or method of filing. Let's pause here. This system might seem complex, but it's designed to ensure that each application is handled accurately and efficiently. Reflect on why it's important for the system to distinguish between filing locations and methods. Section 2, Persons entitled to file an application. Who can file? Now that we've covered how applications are numbered, let's talk about who can file a European patent application. The rules here are fairly straightforward, but they're important to understand. Eligibility. Any natural person, an individual, or legal person, such as a corporation, can file an application. The EPC also recognizes entities that are equivalent to a legal person under the law governing them. Deemed entitlement. For the purposes of the application process, the applicant is deemed to be entitled to exercise the right to the European patent. This means that unless proven otherwise, the EPO will assume that the person filing the application has the legal right to do so. Reflect on this for a moment. If you're preparing to file, ensure that you or your client meets these eligibility criteria. It's essential that the EPO recognizes the filer as having the right to the patent from the start. Joint applications. An application can be filed by one person or by multiple persons as joint applicants. This can include situations where different applicants designate different groups of contracting states. For example, applicant A might designate one group of states, applicant B another, and both might jointly designate a third group. Special cases. If a national court determines that someone other than the applicant is entitled to the patent, that person can take over the application. This ensures that the rightful owner can pursue the patent without starting the process over. Pause here and think about these scenarios. Why might joint applications or entitlement challenges arise? Understanding these possibilities can help you navigate potential complexities in your filing. Section 3. Procedure on filing. What happens when you file? Let's now move on to what happens after you've filed your application. This might be the most important part of the process, as it determines whether your application will move forward smoothly or face obstacles. 1. Receipt and acknowledgement. Electronic filing. When you file using EPO Online Filing, Online Filing 2.0, or the EPO Web Form Service, you'll receive an electronic acknowledgement immediately after submission. This is your confirmation that the EPO has received your application. Contingency Upload Service. If you use the Contingency Upload Service, the acknowledgement will also be electronic, but you'll receive a separate message confirming the application number assigned. Paper filing. If you file your application on paper, you'll receive an acknowledgement from the EPO, or the competent national authority, typically issued on the last page of EPO Form 1001. This acknowledgement should be issued without delay, and must include the application number and date of receipt. Take a moment to consider the importance of this acknowledgement. Without it, you have no proof that your application was received, which could lead to serious problems down the line. 2. Filing with a competent national authority. If you file your application with a national authority, instead of directly with the EPO, that authority must inform the EPO of the receipt of your documents without delay. This information includes the nature and date of receipt, the application number, and any priority dates claimed. In practice, the EPO usually receives this information when the application is forwarded to it, unless there are national security checks delaying the forwarding. In such cases, the national authority sends a separate notice to the EPO. Pause here, reflect on the importance of these communications between national authorities and the EPO. Delays or errors in this process can have significant consequences for your application. 3. What if there's a delay? If your application isn't received by the EPO from the national authority before the end of the 14th month after filing, it will be deemed withdrawn. This is a serious consequence, as you won't be able to continue the application process. The EPO will notify you if this happens, and all fees paid will be refunded. Take a moment to consider the impact of such a delay. It's crucial to track your application's progress and ensure it reaches the EPO on time. Let's recap. We've covered a lot of ground today, so let's quickly review. Application numbering systems. Understand how your application will be numbered based on the filing date and location. Who can file? Any natural or legal person, or their equivalent, can file a European patent application. Joint applications are possible, and national courts can transfer the right to file, if necessary. Procedure on filing. Once filed, you'll receive an acknowledgement. If filing through a national authority, ensure they forward your application to the EPO promptly to avoid any delays. Pause and reflect. These details might seem overwhelming, but they're the foundation of a successful patent application. Take your time to absorb this information, and revisit any sections that feel unclear. Next steps. In our next session, we'll explore the examination on filing, and the minimum requirements for a filing date. We'll also discuss what happens if there are deficiencies in your application, and how to correct them. For now, take a moment to relax. Remember, you're making great progress. Patent law is complex, but with each step, you're building a solid understanding that will serve you well in your future exams and career. Thank you for your dedication and focus. I'll see you in the next session.